No changes from either team at the start of the second half. French coach Deschamps happy to let the starting 11 attempt to change the course of the game, but I am sure he will have told them changes will be made if there is no improvement. It doesn't start well for France, with Yamal finding a Yassabal centrally and in on goal, but his shot is blocked well by Konate and the flag is up for offside anyway against Yassabal. A minute later, France have a chance for a goal back. They advance with more urgency now. A nice bit of skill from Mbappe breaks the Spanish line, and a good interchange of play involving Doué, Kone, Olise and Dembele, that's a lot of A's, finds Kalulu on an overlapping run on the right side of the penalty area, and he plays it right across the 6-yard box, but there is no French player to tap it in. Where's Olivier Giroud when you need him? France have raised the tempo, as they need to, pressing Spain faster. And soon after, they have another chance, which is so agonizingly wide. Yamal tries a clever backheel on the edge of his own penalty area, but it is intercepted by Hernandez, who drives into the left side of the penalty area. He does a 1-2 with Doué and smashes a shot to come cross wide of the Spanish post. Fernandez didn't look up to see where Dembele was there, and it is another missed opportunity for France. On 50 minutes, we have further drama, with Spain awarded a penalty, with Rabiot deemed to have illegally challenged Yamal in the penalty area. It starts with Konate and Kone getting too close together, and Mourinho is able to poke the ball away and forward near the halfway line. Williams takes it on, driving into the French penalty area. It's 2 versus 2 with Williams having Yamal on his left that he plays in. Yamal is clever in that I think he knows that Rabiot is committed to the tackle, and instead of shooting, which might allow Rabiot to get to the ball, he waits for him to lunge in while shielding the ball, and when contact comes, it takes out Yamal, and the penalty is given. There's a question for VAR on whether Yamal was offside when played in by Williams. It's very close, but VAR says he was onside. Yamal himself steps up to take his first international penalty at 17 years old. He rolls it right and Maignan dives left. 3-0 to Spain, who must feel now they have one foot in Sunday's final against Portugal. Then, before France can begin to reply, they are 4-0 down, and this time it is Pedri who is able to join the Spanish party. The goal comes just after kickoff. Konate has pushed up too far, and when the ball is played past him to Pedri, there is a big hole in the French defence. Pedri plays it to his left quickly to Williams, who then returns the favour, with Pedri continuing his run into the box. It's a little behind the unmarked Barcelona player, but he drags it forward into his path, and with the helpless Maignan advancing, Pedri is able to clip it over him and into the net. 4-0. This could become very embarrassing for France if they are not careful. There are still 35 minutes left in this game. Kone, I feel also, was at fault in the build-up in that he ran off Pedri to close down Williams when Kalulu was already there. So just then, when you think you might have a break where you can run to the kitchen to get a glass of water, France have a penalty of their own. And it's for a foul by Porro, this time on Mbappe, just inside the left side of the penalty area. Yes, Porro has his arm on Mbappe's shoulder, but the way Mbappe goes down in real time is telling in stating he was looking for it. Replay showed Porro had a hold of Mbappe's left arm, so not enough for VAR to overrule the English referee Michael Oliver. Mbappe steps up himself to take the penalty. He strikes it left and Simons goes right. 4-1 to Spain. How will that influence the game? Will it give France courage, or will Spain resume their attacking threat? On 61 minutes, Doué, who has been quiet in the second half, has an opportunity to make it 4-2. He gets the ball out left in the penalty area, shifts the ball onto his right foot and tries to use Porro as a guide to curl it into the far corner, but it goes wide. Then, at this point of the game, we have a flurry of substitutions for both teams. For France, Cherki comes on for Olise, Barcola comes on for Doué, and Gusto comes on for Kalulu. For Spain, Olmo comes on for Williams and Fabian for Pedri. This all after 64 minutes. Tactically, France are trying to be more ambitious and push more players forward. And it has an immediate effect, with Cucurella forced to head out for a corner after a dangerous cross-in from Barcola from Dembele's. And then from Dembele's corner, Barcola is unmarked at the back of the penalty area and strikes it first time, but high and over the bar. Then the final nail in France's resurrection, with Yamal scoring a lovely goal from Spain, making it 5-1. It starts with Zubimendi playing a lovely clip pass out to the right wing to Porro, who plays it first time into Yamal's path inside Fernandes. Yamal is inside the penalty area and a step ahead of the covering Lenglet. The angle is tight for a right foot strike, so he improvises and toe pokes it with his left foot past the fingertips of the diving Maignan. 5-1 to Spain, and still over 20 minutes remaining. With France having already made offensive changes, it could be a question of how many goals Spain want to score. On 70 minutes, Hernandez comes on for Lenglet, a disappointing comeback game for the Barcelona centre-back. Straight after that, France are a whisker from pulling a goal back, with Dembele hitting the post from a very tight angle on the right side of the box, after Cherki had shown great vision to play Dembele in. Credit also to Simon for forcing Dembele wide by coming out of his goal quickly. The game is very open now, end to end, and Yamal is looking for his hat-trick. On 75 minutes, after a long period of playing the ball around, Spain give the ball away needlessly, with Mourinho having a heavy touch and Mbappe has a view of goal from the edge of the box. Again, similar to his effort in the first half, he mishits the ball into the ground, taking the sting out of the shot, and Simon is able to get down well to his right and palm it out for a corner. It is in fact Mbappe's last action, as he is replaced by Kolo Muani. Spain also make changes with Oyarzabal, with 2 assists to his name tonight, replaced by Samu, and Lenormand, substituted by another defender, Vivian. Then, on 78 minutes, we have a consolation goal for France. Spain perhaps not as tight as they have been in their defending, and it's Cherki who takes advantage on his debut. The Lyon player takes the ball just outside the box from a pass by Mbappe, who finds him in space. He controls it with his right foot. The ball bounces up nicely, and he strikes it sweetly with his left foot past a diving Simon who was at full stretch, and the ball goes into the back of the net. Great strike, and a glimpse there of why Manchester City are so interested in Cherki. Then on 83 minutes, shock for Spain as Vivian, just on as a sub, pokes the ball into his own net. 5-3 now. I'll say that again. 5-3 to Spain. Spain getting sloppy at the back, and in doing so, undoing all their excellent work for 70 minutes of this game. Dani Olmo goes to sleep and allows Gusto to get in behind him and into the box on the right side. I think it was Cherki with a beautiful, insightful pass to put him in, and he whips the ball across the 6-yard box. It's a nightmare ball for defenders running back, facing their own goal to defend, and Vivian, knowing that Mbappe will be on hand if he leaves it past him, touches it into his own net. Well, with maybe 10 minutes left, what would another French goal have been for this game? France, at the very least, regaining some respect. Then on 85 minutes, Spain have a chance to finally finish France off. How many times have we said that tonight? Yamal plays a lovely ball into the run of Samu on the right side, in the penalty area, who is a step ahead of the ailing Konate. He tries to strike it past Maignan into the corner, but Maignan gets a foot out to deflect it out for a corner to Spain. That was a very clever run from Samu. Then on 86 minutes, France have a great chance to come within 1 goal of Spain. It comes from a long ball out to the left wing. It's a foot race between Barcola and Porro. That Porro is favourite to win, but Barcola turns on the burners and gets to the ball first. He gets inside the penalty area on the left side and then slows himself down, waiting for runners like Kolo Muani to catch up from midfield. Barcola lays it into his path. The stadium takes a collective breath, but right on the edge of the penalty area, with his right foot, He places the ball over the bar. Disappointment for France, relief for Spain, who are now hobbling to victory and a place in the final. Spain looking rattled now and unable to get on the ball, which is their trademark. A big moment for Spain and Barcelona also on 90 minutes as Xavi makes his first international appearance after being out for over a year with an injury. He replaces Mourinho. Barcola and Turkey have made a big difference for France since they came on. Then on the 3rd minute of 5 minutes of injury time, France have another goal. It's from a header from Kouala Moani from close range after a wicked cross in from the impressive Turkey. Turkey crosses from the corner of the right side of the penalty area right into the 6-yard box between 2 Spanish defenders, and Kouala Moani does the rest. Then France finally have a free kick in the 6th minute of 5 added minutes from the halfway line. They play it into the box, but Simon comes off his line to claim it, and that is that. The whistle goes and what has been a quite enthralling game. Spain thought they were cruising into the final at 5-1, but credit to France for coming back and making a great game of it. And a great game it was. 2 teams intent on attack, and as spectators we were served up a feast. France will point to a makeshift back 4 as reason for their openness and defence. Spain may feel that they made substitutions too early, which upset their coordination. A pleasure to have been here in Stuttgart. Now on to the final on Sunday in Munich, where Spain will meet Ronaldo's Portugal. Look forward to seeing you there. It finishes in this UEFA Nations League semi-final, Spain 5, France 4.